Hello. How are we all doing today? Let's see, can I remember to switch to the right frickin' screen? And it has disconnected. Of course it has. That's why I started a little early today. So it's gonna be one of those days, I think. Just as a warning, I do have my window open a little bit, so if that starts getting really noisy and like you guys can hear the background sound, just let me know and I'll close it. So far, knock on wood, the neighbors have been pretty quiet today, so hopefully it won't be a huge issue. But we'll see. It was just too warm in here. I needed a little bit of air. Are we reconnected now? Should be. Boop, boop. Yeah, okay, good. So this is the food paint challenge for today. I'll do the draw Pokemon from memory first, just as like a warm up, and to hopefully make my brain activate a little. We've had a big pressure change here, and so my sinuses are acting up, which makes me feel extra stupid. This is not actually ice cream, according to the caption of the person who posted the photo. It's gelato. The texture looks very icy to me, which I don't know if that's how a standard gelato is. I haven't had gelato very much in my life, I guess. I've mostly had ice cream, and I worked at a frozen custard place when I was in high school, so that's like the majority of my experience. That and sorbet. I was in charge of the sorbet flavors at the frozen custard place. I was like the only girl who worked there. So that was definitely part of it. Let's see, I've also added a new channel point redemption so that you could add a Pokemon of your choice to the next poll for which Pokemon to draw from memory. I figured that would be more fun for people than me just pulling them up off stream to make decisions with. Because basically what I did is used a random Pokemon generator and saved all those images, and then I just kind of look at the file names and pick random ones so that I don't see the actual images, but I have them ready to pull up after I've drawn it. So yeah, I did also finish my sticker order. So a lot of new stickers are going to be coming soon. I just approved all the proofs from my printer today. So my order is officially in production. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks, those will be hitting the shop. I also had to order more bags and backings for those. So maybe one of these days we'll just do a packing stream and you guys can listen to me chopping a bunch of paper. I always like watching packing streams. I know it's not everybody's thing, but it's nice to just, parallel play with people across the world. It's looking like maybe I'm the one who's going to pick which Pokemon we're doing today. We'll see. I don't know which one I'm feeling. Maybe Shaman. If I had to pick which one I wanted to draw the most, I am excited to draw Clamperl at some point because it's got a cool shell shape. But maybe I don't particularly want to do something that complicated today. I don't know. I'm open to possibilities. Let's see. Do I have any other fun information for you guys? I did put more originals and prints in my shop yesterday, and the birthday coupon code is still active. So if you wanted to go look at those and see if there was something that you wanted, you could get 5% off through the 27th. Oh, sorry, Grim. I didn't see your redemptions because I had the poll down. Got it. Hydrate on it. And hi. Stretching. Say something nice about myself. Let's see. Oh man, why do my arms hurt so bad? There's a question. I'm really pleased with how on top of stuff I've been lately. I'm proud of myself for that. That's a nice thing. My usual schedule things have been kind of random the past few weeks just because people are busy, and so the usual things that I would schedule my day around have been, not happening with minimal notice and stuff like that. And that's bad for my brain, but I've been doing really well at going, okay, well, I have X amount of time to do stuff, so I'll get some work done, and then picking something that actually fits in the amounted slot of time that I have and being able to finish that, which is a great improvement for how I used to do things, for sure. Let me mark those as redeemed before I forgot. Man, my head hurts today. All right, yeah, looks like I get a pick, so we're gonna do Shaman. Because Shaman is just a little guy. A little guy. Am I on? I am on the pencil. Because Shaman is just like a little hedgehog, except with a little flower crown. Well, one flower. So, it's got a little... Somebody has to have done a Sonic the Shaman thing, right? That has to have already existed. So it's got like grass instead of regular spines, and then it has like a big pinky flower on it on the side of its head. I think that's too big, but and it's just got little nubby feet, I think. Little nubbin feet. Trying to remember what the face is like. I think I've done the wrong shape. I think it's got kind of like a snoot, a little bit of a snoot going on, like that. But I do think it just has like the color on the end of its nose, and just like generic cartoony eyes, maybe some blush right in there. I feel like it has eyelashes though. I feel like it has the little like girly eyelash there. Like that. Maybe. Then I think I need to make this flower a little bit smaller. I think that's close to the right shape. Although, maybe it isn't. I don't know. I don't remember what kind of flower it's supposed to be. Sometimes I'll like remember lore for Pokemon that gives you a hint as to what will be on their person, but maybe not this one. I think that foot's like way too far forward to make any real sense. Oh, I didn't give her a mouth. I'm pretty sure it's just like a boring mouth. Like, ooh, that's a weird shape. I don't like that. Never mind. Let's try that again. Because I think it's just like little nubby feet. Again, I'm forced to say that I well and truly do not look at Pokemon feet, apparently. I think that's better. Then the little belly. And there's some line, because I remember it has like a white stomach, and then it has the like grassy spine thing going on. But I don't really remember exactly how those line up. Other than the fact that it's supposed to be like grass, right? Is it a smooth line? Or does it get like... I don't know. It feels like it should have a tail too. I feel like it needs a little tail. But I don't think that's right. I'm gonna say no tail, and we'll see if I'm right. I did that with the Lapras too. I was like, does it have a tail? And yeah, it does. It does have a tail. So I was sitting there humming and hawing about it for ages. Okay, let's see. I want to start with the flower because that's like the real focal point for me of what I remember about this Pokemon. I should say I don't remember which form this is because Shaman has two forms. It has one that looks like a hedgehog and one that looks like a deer, and I don't remember what's what. Not gonna lie. This is gonna be how many times do I have to draw the same petal? And the answer is a lot. Before I'm happy with it. I'm okay with that. Okay, that's acceptable to me. Is there like a center to the flower maybe? I think it has these little like color spots in it because I vaguely remember what color the flower is. It's kind of like a pinky coral color. But I don't remember if there's like a center in here. Gosh, I need to replace my Apple Pencil tip too. It's worn down. And I have new ones, I just forgot to do it. I don't know if that's right, but we will continue onwards despite. Not get that line quite right. There we go. I feel like I should be able to see the other foot here, so we'll just do something like that. That looks awful. We'll do something like that, but not bad. I do kind of like the way that this foot, so it looks like she's kind of stepping. I say she, it's a legendary Pokemon. They don't have a gender. I need to stop gendering things. So what if I make the other little foot coming like this? Then it'll look like they're stepping. They're taking a steppy. Okay. I'm not sold on this nose. Does it go like that? That seems better. The other, like if I just make it the tip of the nose, it makes me think of Excadrill. I don't think that's right. I do think she has a little eyelash. And I think the eye is just dark with a shine spot. Maybe? Okay. I feel like this is just a smooth line, maybe. I'm gonna do another layer for the spikies just so that I can erase stuff underneath if I need to without having to worry about it. I don't know. I don't full on remember how the spiky bits are. I don't know. I don't know. It's a theme of Pokemon, draw from memories. So if I have that line go there, then it should be kind of like... Now it looks like there's a little rocket end on their butt. That's fine. You can be a rocket if you want to. I won't stop you. I think I like the pointier texture bits. Again, is that right? I don't know. I haven't looked at this Pokemon in ages. I guess I looked at it briefly just to snag a photo of it for this, but that was weeks ago. Weeks ago? Maybe 1 week ago. 2 weeks ago? I don't understand how time works. Okay, I need to erase this little butt line here. Goodbye, butt line. That doesn't look quite right, but it looks close. I feel like the face is more distinct on the actual Pokemon, maybe? I do also want to give her a little blush there, but that's a final touch kind of a situation. So let's figure out what colors I'm doing. I didn't want that one, I want that one. The body is white, the flower is like corally pink, and then the grass is like a light green. So let's do like a creamy off-white kind of vibe for the body. Ooh, that's small. I don't know what I was doing with this last. Maybe touching up the stickers. Oh, what color is the nose? Is it black or pink? I think pink will look nice unless I change my mind. I don't know. One of the things with these is that, like, I'm making artistic decisions when I don't know what the actual Pokemon decision is. So I'm like, I think this would look good, so let's add that, sure. Oh, I want to clean up that line. Let's do that before I forget. I can do this a little messy on the lines here because the other colors are going to cover it up, so not a big deal. Okay. I think the actual Pokemon body is probably whiter than that, but since I'm not messing with the background, just doing plain white feels boring to me, so. Okay, I need to pick the green color. I feel like it's kind of in this realm. I didn't make a new layer, right? Yes, okay. Sorry, I'm flipping this canvas a lot today. I've been trying to be better about that when I'm actually streaming, but it's how I do things. It's the easiest way to make sure I do the line right. Because there are just certain movements that work better. I don't know that I've mentioned this on stream, but I do have problems with my right wrist, which is also my drawing and writing hand. So some motions and like specific movements will like catch in my wrist if it's really irritated, and putting strain on it in those directions can cause more issues pain-wise. So that's part of the reason why I flip canvases, I guess, is to avoid certain movements. Although I've been better about not pushing it lately, so it hasn't been as bad. But anytime I have like a lot of allergies or something like that, it gets worse. I do have I sleep with a wrist brace on, and I do have a brace that I wear during the day if it's really bothering me. But mostly it's okay nowadays. It used to be a lot worse. But that was when I was in like school and writing notes constantly. This flower is kind of quite there. I feel like it's more in that realm. Make a new layer, good for me. I don't need to start that line there. That will just make things more difficult. Something I was considering for the food paint challenge was, for today specifically, was drawing a random color palette to use on it. Because it is just like white ice cream. And I've been having more fun with playing with colors than I have been just like copying a reference photo, I think. So I might do that. I have a little sheet that I made with 100 different color combinations, 5 color combinations, to do things like that with. So I might just draw a random number and pick one of those, or let you guys pick if anybody's in chat and wants to. I'm down with that too. I think I want her nose to be pink. I don't know that that's right, but I do think that it's cute. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's something else going on with the spikies next to the flower. I don't know though. I do think that the inside of the flower is yellow. Oh, thank you for that. That was so helpful. You're gonna do it again? Of course you are. Okay, never mind then. I'll just fill it in by hand. I probably tweaked some setting or something that makes it do that, which is not what I want it to do. I'm so excited for my stickers to get printed. That's not a shock, but I'm excited. I think I want to make that a little bit of a different pink for the little blush mark I want to add. And again, is this accurate? Is it cute? Heck yeah. Make it a new layer, okay. Boop, boop. Do I want to do basic shading on this? I guess I will. First I think I want to blur that a little bit more. Then I'm going to merge all these down so that I can do one clipping mask for all the shading. Let's do multiply. Let's see, how's that look? Intense, but that's what we want. How's that look there though? Let's try doing a saturated blue instead. I think that's better. can hear the metal of my Apple Pencil rubbing up against my screen protector. Gotta love them screen protectors. Okay. Blurs a little bit. And I want to light it up. Too bright. There we go. Okay, that is not my best work in the world, but it's a warm-up. We shouldn't care. Hey, Cassandora, how you doing? Assign this creature. My brain has just stopped working. I really should rearrange these brushes. It's the 22nd. I don't know why it feels so much later in the month than it actually is. Okay, so there's my shaman. Let me pull up the thing. The actual photo of this beloved creature. Come on, laptop, you can do it. You can do it! Poor girl. She's having a time. There we go, that folder is what I want. And this one. Oh, I did miss stuff. Uh-oh. Not that bad, but there you go. So I was right. She does just have like funky little nubbin feet. No blush. And there were leaves on the flower that I missed. I definitely didn't get the colors spot on either. But I mean, it's a little hedgehog creature. It's like if a hedgehog was a bush. Okay. You can be hidden again. Thank you for your time. And then we can change over to do the food paint challenge. This bit. So this is, I mentioned a little bit ago that I had a sheet full of 100 different color combinations, like random color combinations. This is that. I did share it places, but I made this a considerable amount of time ago, like 2 years ago maybe. I did roll a random number earlier, and it was 72. But that was just, I was just pulling up a random number generator. So if anybody has like an opinion that they care about which random color palette I could use for the ice cream, that isn't ice cream, it's gelato, but let me know. Or I could just make it up as I go. Those are the other options. Because I think it would be interesting to do some pretty cool colors for the actual scoop itself and then do some warmer colors for the cone. 54. We can do that. Yeah, okay. Theoretically, I can just select this and then plop it into the other canvas. And then I won't have to color pick everything. Oh, did you guys want to see what stickers I ordered? We could do that too. Paste. Yep. Boop. There we go. Okay. So I think definitely the pinkier color is going to be the cone. And then we can use the blues for the shadows on the ice cream itself. I think using a multiply layer with that darker blue on the cone will also give us some interesting lowlights. So let's work on that. Oh, I didn't bring up the other. This is just for me, it doesn't matter for you. I have another screen where I have the reference image up so that it's a little bigger. So I can do that. And then start a wee bit of a sketch here. I'm not sure what kind of textures I want to use. I might do the graphite and charcoal that we did last time for the bananas, because I had fun with that. I don't think it's not entirely crooked. But I do think it's too skinny at the bottom. Let's try to go there, I think. And my brain really is just not online today. That isn't that different. I'm making this definitely not the right size comparison, one for one with the reference, but who cares? Not I. Sometimes I will just straight up trace the reference image, and sometimes I want to actually work for it a little bit. There's nothing wrong with tracing a reference image, just for the record. It's just another way to do your skills. I am bombing this little bit right here. Okay. That a little bit farther out. I think I've just kind of done too much space up here, so it crunches everything farther down a bit. So I'm gonna fix that before we move on. How are you doing today, though, Castendora? I didn't ask. How's Trix? There we go. That's a little bit better. And that bit just kind of disappears behind the cone. Right about there. So that. Got a drip forming there, which is fun. Oh, I cannot help you with that even a little bit. I don't watch like anything ever. Any big upsets or anything? This kind of does a wee swirly up to here, like that. So we do have kind of a swoop going on here. That's going to be from the scoop. It's interesting because it looks like it's dripped and then refrozen. I wonder if they got this from someplace and then like stuck it in the freezer when they got home and then took a photo of it. Maybe I've been reading too many true crimes. Well, not true crimes, murder mysteries. Because I am definitely trying to solve this like it's a puzzle. Hey Dream, how you doing? Let's see, we got a little proper roundy bit there. Like that. You absolutely can offer a lurk. I will always appreciate that. I'm chugging along. I've got a bit of a headache today just because we've had a pressure change. I need to get you out of my way while I'm sketching. But that's, I can live through that. That's nothing. I'm trying to like make these shapes even more dramatic than they are, and I don't know how that's gonna work, not gonna lie to you. Like that, and then we have a few bits in here which I think will be better served adding texture with the final colors and stuff. Every popular game all blended together? That sounds awful. Sappho, that's cool. The gays win again. Oh no. Yeah, it is. I can appreciate the Back Trouble gang. Actually, that's another piece of art I have planned at some point. Because I made, here I will show. I think it's in here somewhere. I don't know how long ago it was. I made something forever ago. And I meant to make more than just the one. Can you tell I make a lot of art? I can't tell where anything is. I've forgotten. There it is, the No Need Juice Club. Listen to me, thank you. But I was planning on making little like digital patches like this, and the next one I have planned is Bad Back Brigade. So I feel you. Yeah, I know, Cassandra. When did that happen? But this is something another streamer says that I was hanging out in their chat and they had a birthday coming up, so I made that for them. Yeah. Do I want to draw waffle lines to start out? Probably. Yeah. Pain always and forever. That's just how bodies work. Okay. I think that probably drawing the waffle lines now is a smart move. So I'm gonna do that and we'll see how it goes. Because part of the thing with making these look dynamic is curving them just right, but if you curve them wrong, then everything looks awful. So I'm gonna start here. And if I decided to do this in like a more proper way, I would make marks on either end for how they should end up, like how far apart. But I think we're gonna be okay. I have practiced. This is such a stupid thing to practice. I have practiced drawing lines lately to try and get some of the hand wiggles out. So I think that's not too bad. Then we need to do at a different angle here so that they don't. It's supposed to be squares, which is the worst. But, ugh, nope. Nope. The artist game of how many times do I have to draw a line? I'm going to move it like this because that's going to work better for me, I think. If I can push instead of pull on the lines. Okay. Okay. I think that's acceptable to me. Then we'll work on distinguishing those with some color when we get there. Oh, what is it? You need to tell me. Ugh, I hope you couldn't hear that. That was my neck. Sorry. I'm old, so I'm a little crunch-a-munch. I've aged. Oh, so I'm assuming baking, right? Okay, let's move this down here and make you a little bit smaller, like that. Okay. I want to use this color to block in, not what I meant, thank you, to block in the color on the ice cream. What do I want to use? What do I want to use? Do I want to do charcoals? Maybe I want to make a background color first. Can you tell that my brain isn't working today? I'm all over the place, man. I think let's do that. Not the button I meant. I think I want to do like an overlay with some purple to get some texture. Oh, love a pineapple upside down cake. That's actually one of my friends. That was her specialty. So we always had pineapple upside down cake whenever I visited. Paper texture. I'm trying to do paper texture. Goodness gracious. There we go. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Maybe I want to lay down this. I want to do this soft acrylic brushes probably. Thick round. That's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah. Okay. This will do some fun things with the overlap colors so that it has a bit more of a texture to it. There are brushes in this where you can, in this pack that I have, where you can designate 2 colors, and then depending on how you move your brush, it will lay in the color differently, which is really interesting, I think. I did make a new layer. Yes, okay. Hui! That kind of day, folks. But laying in the flat color with a brush that's textured keeps me from, well, it keeps me from being insane the normal way and makes me be insane a different way. It, instead of just working with a flat color, it gives me something else to work on top of, which helps me defeat my own perfectionist tendencies. I have a problem, like I love looking at art that like the color doesn't exactly fill in the line art and stuff like that. I love looking at that kind of art. I enjoy having that kind of art in my life, but if I try to make that art, my brain goes nuts because it's not perfect. It's not fully filled in. So doing something like this helps me not do that quite as bad. Theoretically, at least. We'll see. Which was part of the point of doing this project at all, especially digitally, so that I use different brushes, because I have a tendency to use the airbrushing brushes because it gives you like a full flat color fill. So I need to push my boundaries a little bit. Okay, then I want this pinky bottom to be the waffle cone. See, doesn't that do fun stuff with the color? Oh, that was my spine. Now I think over top I want to do charcoal. We will use, I think I used 4B last time. Is that what I want to use? Let's start with 6B and then work our way around. So I want to do the blues for the ice cream. Mostly. So like there's shadow here. Like that. Got some shadow down here. I guess I could do a masking layer for this if I wanted to only have the charcoal show up on the paint pixels, but I'm not sold on that yet. We'll see. So we've got a swoop through here, which means we've got some shadow. And this is going to be the darkest shadows. For people who don't know, the 6B means that it's very soft. They number pencil leads and charcoals the same kind of way. So HB, which would be your standard number 2 pencil, is medium hardness, and it has to do with how much clay to whatever the pigment lender is. So for pencils it would be graphite, and for charcoal it would be charcoal. So HB is the middle, and then B's are softer and H's are harder, which means the harder they are, the more clay there is, so that the pigment doesn't rub off as easily, basically. Just in case you ever wanted to know that. There's a fun fact for you. So what we're using now is the equivalent of 6B, which is the softest you can get. So it puts more pigment down with less effort. This one has kind of like a interesting straight line to it. And then we have this shadow. Yeah, it's one of those things you kind of have to learn if you're doing beginning drawing or something, because it really does make a pretty big amount of difference in the product you're creating. I do have two different mechanical pencil hardnesses that I use generally. So I have an HB and I have a 2B that I use regularly. I do have like my proper charcoal and drawing pencils in this house somewhere. Where that is, I could not tell you. But I did actually do proper beginning drawing ages ago, and I still have that portfolio somewhere. The big final project I did, I gave to the person who I drew. I probably have a picture of that somewhere. I should try to find it. That's probably just in my phone, but I would need to remember what year that was. And actually, it's probably on Facebook now that I think about it. I'm not friends with that person anymore because of reasons, but he was a very photogenic person and was willing to let me take his photo and use him as a class project. So I wouldn't say that I did an extraordinary job representing him, but he still acted gracious when I gave him the drawing. But I ended up actually taking beginning drawing as a distance course. The university I went to is really more like a community college up here, although it isn't run through the state like that. But they have a number of satellite campuses, so other smaller campuses throughout the state that they are all under the same college umbrella. So it's kind of an interesting thing, but you can actually take distance classes through a number of different colleges throughout the state. So I think the one I took for that was through Kodiak, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's been a while. I graduated in 2013, so just a little bit ago, really. Oh yeah, I really need to replace the tip on this. I could do that right now, I guess. The box is over here somewhere. You are older than me, that much I know. I don't know about ancient. Odin, is that you? So in here, there's like a lot of texture in some of these places, which I'm gonna need to slap some color down to make that happen. How exactly I'm gonna make that happen is a mystery to me. I don't always really know what I'm doing, which is kind of just an art thing, where like you vaguely understand how to get to an end zone, but you aren't really sure how you end up doing it most of the time. I mean, that's a whole mood, honestly. This whole year. Let's see. Now, it sounds like the kids are out playing, so if you guys hear too much screaming, let me know and I'll close my window. I did not make this shape correctly, but that's okay. I think that I need to do some lighter like that right through there. Maybe just throughout this whole section here. If you would like actually listen to me when I tell you to do something, that would be great. Thank you. I probably should lighten up the actual lines. I may keep the sketch layer in the end. I don't know, or do a new one. Okay, let's switch to a different charcoal here. play around with that some. I do think I'm gonna need to do some more work right in that middle area to make the overlap a little bit more apparent. That is perhaps not a right now problem. So I'll probably end up doing these charcoals and then switch over to the pencil brushes to try and get as much out of these colors as I can, since we're using the limited color palette down here. So the only place that I haven't used those colors is for the paper background. But I plan to use just those for the rest of this. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just feeling the colors with these lately. This is making me want ice cream though. I don't need to eat any more sugar than I have in the past 2 days. I way overdid it. Just part of why I've been feeling a little like trash lately. But it was birthday fun. You have to eat too much sugar on your birthday, right? I do still have that candy mix sitting next to me. I do legitimately like it. I think that does look like ice cream. We're getting somewhere. I may, once I finish it, I may actually want to scoot this whole thing over a little tick to the right, because it feels like way crunched on the left side. Okay, anyway, let's play with the cone now. So let's see what happens if I do this 4B. I probably want that to be thinner. Yeah. Just a little bit though. So let's just... This one I do think that I want to do a clipping mask on. I may... If I was a person who thought things through... Hey Astra, how you doing? I would have done the brush strokes on the cone in the same direction that I needed to do the texture. But maybe that would have made it look muddier than we really want it to. So my plan here is to do the lighter color as like the lattice, and then go back through with one of the blues to add other shadows. Because of the texture of the cone, it's a little bit more complicated shading wise. Oh, that's this entire year. I get it. I hope things stop going as wrong for you soon. Life is just kind of like that. I don't know that I know, like, Anybody who has had like a proper good year. Yes, thank you. My birthday was on Sunday. I aged, and I sure feel it. What if I do this for a bit? Does that do anything interesting? Not really. That just makes the paint texture go away. Let's try this then. I also just like ate way too much on my birthday, as you do. But so I stayed up really late, which I shouldn't have done. I stayed up until like 2:30 in the morning, which was not a great choice. And I felt like trash all day yesterday. But I really wanted to finish my book. It was a good book, so I did that on the same layer, didn't I? I didn't want to do that. Redo. Okay, the darker needs to go up here because of the shade from the gelato. So I think I actually want to do the darker blue for that. And I may cheat a little bit and see what multiply does with that color in a moment. Let's see. Maybe not. Yeah, so it's I read another one from the same author on a recommendation from somebody, and I really, really liked it. And then this one was by the same author and kind of the same vibe, but a little bit different. And I had a lot of trouble like figuring out what the end was, which I hadn't had with the other one. So I was way hooked in like a different way than I had been with the other one. Am I gonna remember the author's name off the top of my head? I even said it last time. Janice Hallett, I think, 2 L's and 2 T's. You'd think since I kept like a legitimate spreadsheet of everything I'd read that I would actually remember things because I had to type it, but I sure didn't. Did that actually show up on stream? I did. I heard the alert, which was actually pretty loud. It's supposed to show up. I received a gift. Thank you, person who bought me gift. Astra again. Thank you. Yeah, it's supposed to. But much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah. They don't let you customize those alerts the way that I would like. I should probably play with it more. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's going to be super helpful. Because I did take the time to set that up and set up the Ko-fi, whatever, alerts the other day and test them and everything, but they do have a limited options for those. Okay, I think that's getting the concept down pretty well. I don't know that it's like as accurate as I would like, I guess, is the issue that I'm having here. But I may go back over that with the darker blue, I guess, to make the deeper shades more accurate. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I feel like it doesn't It feels too flat. That's my issue with it. I know words. I can figure out how to speak. Although a lot of the, I follow the tag for the food paint challenge on Instagram, so whenever I'm scrolling, it throws in a few of these. And other people have not been doing as much detail on the cone. So I think that I should maybe lighten up on myself a little bit. Other people have just done like a few lines, which is fair. I'm not saying that's the wrong way to do it. I just think that I'm holding myself to a weird standard that nobody else is. Which, yeah, that is a problem I have. Do you think that going over with some highlights on certain portions of the lattice is going to be good? Probably. Let's switch over to the darker blue and one of these. Want to lighten the streamline on this a bit. So when I use it for line art, then I want more stability, but when I'm using it to sketch in stuff like this, I really don't. Yeah, I think that'll be better. Yeah, it does take a lot of work to actually be fair with yourself, even not even kind to yourself necessarily, but just fair. I think if I do this blue like this and then go through with the lighter color in some of the areas, that will make me feel better about it. Because really a lot of the time you need to aim for neutrality and not positivity. Because that's like way more achievable. And the kind of, you can't learn to walk without, or can't learn to run without walking kind of a thing. Or if you start somewhere with baby steps, then it gets better. But okay, I'm liking that better already. So I think it just needed some sharper lines. And then I will be happier with it. I'm also kind of ignoring the reference at this point and just doing what I want. That's something with me where I don't, like, I get some stuff down and then I ignore the reference and just do what I think it should do, which can be good and can be bad. Depends on what you're aiming for. I do think that this is a fun color palette though for this. And I'll, after stream, I will do my best to remember to repost that, the words, the palette, the color palette sheet that I made. I'll repost that on socials since it's been a while, so people can use it too if they want to. I made it so that there's 100 different palettes because I was thinking that you could roll a D100 if you wanted to. And it's a nice round number anyway to do. I don't like where that is. I think I want you there. Okay. I said what I was going to do. I was going to do this lighter color. That was the plan. I remember now. I got so focused on what I was doing, I forgot what I was doing. You know how it goes. I know you do. Okay, so I think that direction and that direction. So like that will get the effect that I want and make it look a little bit more 3D-ified. So you gotta make them look like they're actual squares in there. I do think I am playing a little fast and loose with shading rules here, but whatever. Sometimes making art is just about breaking rules. Oh, I don't think you guys picked that up. There are kids shouting outside. It may be time to shut my window. I guess it is time for the chillins to be home. I forgot that school started already for the kiddos. College starts next week, I think. My brother's doing some classes, so I'm actually vaguely aware of what's happening. Okay, I'm happier with that than I was a moment ago. Let me... Yeah. Cool. Get it? It's cool, like ice cream. I'm so clever and funny. Okay, I want to mess with the actual ice cream more. I think I want to do another layer over top with the actual pencil to distinguish some more areas. I love a good pun. I love a bad pun. I just like puns. Max Miller lore, please dish. So I think I want to just do some some scratchies for texture in here. I could do like proper cross-stitching, cross-hatching. I know words. But I don't think I like that as much as I like just scribbles, to be honest. So let's try that again, but different. Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed, Astra. Oh, interesting. So many people who ended up on YouTube started out being face characters for Disney. Interesting. I guess it is a way to get your foot in the door, so to speak. And it does teach you, to my understanding, that you should definitely be part of a union. I haven't heard anybody have like a great fun time with Disney entirely. They are not the best place to work for. Not that that's a shock. Let's see, we have a little bit here that should be darker. I think I need to work a little bit to carve out this drip here. I think that's better already. Ah, thank you. Yeah, it's a really interesting shape just even in the reference photo itself, I think. But I have pushed that part as dark as I really can get it with these colors, unless I decide to start messing with layer functionality, which I don't know that I want to, so leave that for a bit. Because I will need to do some highlights too, which I think using that kind of little bit darky pinkish color, not the darkest one, but the one above that, will be good and give kind of like a warm light quality to it, even though it's technically darker. And I could, I suppose, do that as an overlay too, which would just kind of give it more of that glow quality. Yeah, me too, Grim. I've destroyed us all. Yeah, I kind of don't have more money because I spent it all on the sticker order. I got a lot of stickers, you guys. So look forward to those. That would be the sewing sheet and the Halloween sheet will both be coming soon, hopefully early September. I'm gonna do that. Do you think that there's like kind of crystallized texture to this that I'm not capturing very well? But I also think that that's okay. How many stickers did I get total? 250 stickers are headed my direction. Well, 250 sticker sheets, since some of them are sheets with multiple stickers, right? But it's a lot. So I said this at the beginning of stream, but I may do just like a packing hangout stream sometime. Because I will need to cut all of the backing boards and pack up all those stickers individually. Because I am the kind of crazy person who does that. So maybe one of these Mondays I'll do some sort of packing stream in the afternoon. Because that's the day that I would do packing anyway, but I could do it while other people are around. This isn't actually a shape in the ice cream, but I'm going to distinguish it anyway. Yeah, we're kind of at that point where I just kind of disregard the reference and just do stuff that I think makes it look better. Because really, this is, I don't know if you could tell, this isn't a one for the reference. We've gone a little bit of a different direction. Not sure if anybody noticed while we were doing that. I was really subtle about it. Let's see here. Well, how's the weather been for you, Grim? Have things calmed down a bit? I was going to say cooled down, but that is not an accurate representation of where you live. Yeah, I saw that, which is absolutely bonkers. Like, we are truly in the end of times. Yeah. I knew about the once. I guess I missed the second time. Right here needs a bit more texture, but I think I need to do that with the lighter blue and not the darker one. Otherwise it's going to read as a lot darker than it needs to be. Yeah, that's absolutely wild. We've been having like the crazy coolest summer in the world. And we have had so much rain this summer. We had so much precipitation in general over winter. Like we broke records for how much snow we had. And breaking a record for how much snow in Alaska is a difficulty. I'll put it that way. Oh my gosh. That's, yeah. Poor snake. Okay, I think I want to add some pinky highlights on the actual ice cream. Then I feel like I need to do some overshadows on the cone to give it some more overall depth versus just the texture. So let's do this and this. Then triples. Here we go. It's Kaiju's bed. You're the one who keeps stealing it. All beds are Kaiju's beds. Yeah, for the most part, like Alaska is pretty well settled. Their weird weather, but no longer. No, every bed in the house is hers. See, you aren't up to date. You need to read the memos. Kaiju is a dog, for anybody who's wondering. Okay, go a little bit smaller because we have kind of like a fun luminosity going on right in here. Then kind of like along here. Why is she naked? Where's her collar? That's fair, that's fair. That would get uncomfortable for her, I think. Well, for anyone. Okay, I think next we will do kind of a big sweep of the blue on this here. So I guess that isn't really where the shadow is, so let's try that again. So there's some here. That. Then we have some light, like right here. I'll erase the part that's going off, but like that of it. Actually, you know what's going to be faster if I just do that. Ta-da! Okay, I do want to move that all over to the right a little bit. And I think I want to clean up the edge up here that's showing the brush texture in a way that I do not like. So I will do a different... sorry. I clicked my tongue again. Stop honking. Why are you... It's too big. There we go. I didn't like the kind of like squares it was giving there. That's better. Is there anything else I want to do to this? I don't know. Okay, I have a few options for how to group those all together so that I can move them, and none of them are fun. I'm just gonna start merging stuff and then I'll make a folder, I think. And I can move the whole kit and caboodle. It always acts weird with clipping masks, so... Actually, let me turn on magnetics so that I know I'm not. There we go. There, I feel better about that. It being so close to the edge on the left just felt really cramped. Is there anything else I want to do to this? I don't know that there is. So both a food paint challenge and a limited color palette challenge. I guess I will hide that and sign it. Let's do the detail brush. Or, no, I changed my mind. Do this. No, I did not leave enough space. Just kidding. It's 20 seconds. Okay. Ta-da! We made an art. We made an art. What else do I want to do? We could start cursed art of a couple different varieties. We could do more Pokemon drawings or something similar. But before I do any of that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna run some ads when I do that so that we can turn pre-roll off for anybody who's popping in. So I'm going to put on the Be Right Back screen and then some ads are going to start. So if you don't want to see the ads, you have some time now to mute or turn away or close your eyes and put your fingers in your ears and start screaming or something. Whatever you feel up to doing, that's up to you. So I will be right back. Okay, I have returned. That scene. Okay, I did not, while I was gone, decide what I want to do. So, if anybody has an opinion, sound off. trying to think about different things that I've actually been wanting to do and haven't had the time to digitally. Well, undo that, Grim, because that's not allowed. You know that. Oof. I know what we could start doing. We could start designing certificates of authenticity for my original art. That's on my list of things to do. I don't know that that's the most exciting thing to watch, but that is something that I need to get going. Trying to do math in my head is not a smart way to live my life. What even inches, and I want, I think 3 by 3 fits on all of my art originals. I did not check what color style that was in. Not that it matters that much, it's mostly going to be just black and white, but canvas information. So color profile. Okay, it is MP3, that's fine. I am not your real mom, but I could ask you politely, especially since you promised not to die. Just saying that is something that you promised to me. So certificate of authenticity is something that you do for fancy people art that shows that it was actually you that made the art, or shows that somebody else actually made the art. So it's not forgery or something like that. And I'm going to start offering those with my original arts, and hopefully with prints once I start selling them through myself and not through in print. And my iPad disconnected again. If that's how it has to be, that's how it's going to be. You started it. Okay, so you've decided that you don't exist anymore. Why is that? Oh, no, there you are. You're just throwing a hissy fit. Okay. Let's try this again. Did you see, you reblogged it yesterday, the video of the moose running, right? You don't want to pet the moose, I promise. There we go. Okay. So, certificate of authenticity, that's what I was saying. I'm at an interesting conundrum for this because my branding material so far has been similar to my stream layout and stuff, where it's like handwritten. I do have a font that I've made out of my handwriting that I can use for that, but it does also lend an air of less respectability, I suppose. I was trying to find my yeah, so this is like my sticker packaging. That's showing both layers. Show one layer, thank you. So bubble letters in my handwriting, pretty much. Which may not be considered properly professional for original artworks. I am hoping in the future to start applying for some gallery stuff and selling my work in some proper consignment shops and stuff like that, to try and make the monies. So I need to be able to find the balance between what I already have and what I'm doing and what is expected. So we're at an interesting point where I need to consider that kind of stuff for this. But I do think that I'm gonna be able to figure that out, because I can have, you know, like my digital signature on something that does make it feel a little more handwritten while still having something in a font that you can actually read, and comes across as more standardized. So all of my stuff so far I've been using the pencil for, so just we're gonna play around to try and make some border that I don't hate. So for most of the stuff that I did, I just did like a straight line border around everything. Oh, I hate that. Put that back in your mind. I don't like the way that feels in my brain. This is already off center, which isn't that big a deal because I'm printing these and cutting these myself so far. So they aren't going to get cut perfectly straight. Because I don't know if you noticed, but your bitch ain't straight neither. So I think doing a double border of some sort with something in the corner is going to look better. So we're going to mess with that a bit. And I want to change the drawing guide so that I have some symmetry so I don't need to redraw the same thing every time. So if I do quadrant with assisted drawing, it will show up on all the corners. And if I had actually properly designed a logo like I've been meaning to, this might be a little easier. Because I could take elements from that and put it in here, but maybe this will influence the way my certificates are going to go. I don't know. Not going to lie to you, I only kind of know what I'm doing. So I think like something like that and then another line from there might look good. But this is where, because I didn't have that centered, that's not going to work right now. So I need to redo that. Blah, 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 blah. Undo all those lines, please. Thank you. You did remember that. Okay. So let's try this again. Okay. Me, decisions. All of them wrong. So I don't have what I want these to say drafted or anything because I've only kind of been thinking about it. That is better. I do like that one better. I don't know, something about authentic Katie is not sitting well with me. Certificatey works a little bit better, I think. I think something like that. Looks vaguely professional, but I also made it, so it's like me. So then let's just do that. Grab another pencil in. So we went. I need to replace this top. Okay. Because it is not working with this pencil. Are you offering to be a top? Was that was that the joke? Yeah, I think they must have messed with something when they were fucking with all the code. I don't know another way to put that. That's just how that works. These are 100% not the same thing that I have on already. I think that they were lying when they said that these were authentic ones. But if it works, it works. Because it definitely has a different kind of plastic. Maybe mine was just gummy and old. I don't know. Oh, that's so much better though. Okay. So let's try that again. This is not... Oh, maybe it's just that. Ugh. Ugh. I don't like any of these. What is wrong with you? There we go. That looks so grainy and weird. Okay. Certificate of authenticity. Little blurb that says that it proves that I made this. Then something that says when it was made. What mediums? What else? Guess what kind of paper? That's a big one. And then artist name and info at the bottom. So I think the way that's going to be most sustainable for me is to have the blurb be up here be the same for all of them, and then add more information in areas where I handwrite them onto the certificate itself, which will also match with my other branding so far. I do think that I want certificate of authenticity to be in my handwriting, but nice handwriting and not me sloppy handwriting. I do need to figure out what I actually want it to say. Which is going to have to be a technical writing moment. Here's me thinking I was going to wangle with this for like an hour and not be happy with it, but I think that border is fine. And then just writing in stuff will be fine too, for the most part. Trying to think about what else I need to do today. I've done most of the stuff on my to-do list. I think really the only thing left that I absolutely need to do today is something that I can't really stream. I really should start another digital project because I've been finishing the food paint challenges pretty fast, and I should have something planned for what to do after that, which I could have thought about before, but I didn't. Yeah, I got nothing. Because I could work on a sketch for that cursed thing that I told you all about last Tuesday, I think. But I don't think that's a today activity. Let me see who else is live, and there will probably be somebody really cool that I can go and drop you off with. And then I can get to work on this friggin' baby blanket. Because the baby is due in October. And I have stuff to make 3 knit blankets. Let's see. Oh, we could go raid Environment Life. We haven't bothered him before. Him, I think him. Okay. I'm gonna switch over to the ending screen just so that people know that I'm gonna end soon. Thank you everybody for showing up. I appreciate it, and I like getting to talk to you. And thank you so much, Astro Kitty, for another stream gift. That's so helpful, and I really appreciate it. What else? Do I have anything else to say? Stickers soon. I will keep you all updated on that. Like I said, I did approve all of those proofs, so it will be soon. It will be soon. Maybe one of these days I'll just have a stream where I sit and talk nonstop and pack stickers. Because that seems like something fun, right? I should do a raid call at some point. I'm going to write that on my to-do list. Otherwise, I will forget. There. It is written. Okay. So, the person we're about to raid is somebody I know from Trisha's community. And I don't know a super huge amount about him, but he seems cool. So let's go bother him. I don't have a proper raid call, so if you just want to show up and say, hey, you're welcome to. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Totally get it. So thanks again for being here. Thanks for, I don't know, it's not putting up with me. Thanks for enjoying my company. How about that? And let's see, take care of yourselves. Remember you're loved and be kind to yourselves. And I'll see you on Friday to work on the Meet the Artist some more. Bye.